Okay, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah Kadash, double honors to the elders and apostles, Great Millstone of Ruel. I am not a member of Great Millstone yet. I've entered into their labors. Peace, mercy, and blessing to the sincere brothers and sisters doing this wherever you are, whatever your lot may be. This is a quick hit. I was just kind of reading through the book of Jeremiah. So I'm doing two different, I guess, self-imposed assignments. One is going through the entire Torah, the first 5 books. And then the other is reading through Jeremiah because it's a lot of good. I mean, it's all good, but it's a lot of things that are kind of sticking out to me, I guess, in this point in time. But you should read this on your own. And basically his own people, our own people, they're going to attack you for the words of the Lord. And that's really what this is about. So I just want to forewarn some of us who are newer, when you start standing for the truth, when you start talking about what's in this word, when you start changing your life to fit what's in this word, you're going to stand out. And when the time comes, when this devil really falls in and says you can't do this, when so to speak, when he does another rehellenization by way of mandates and the time to come that are going to be evil, and he comes down with great wrath, guess who's going to give you up? All right, guess who's going to be the first people to point the ops in the direction of you? All right. Okay, so the Lord gave the word to Jeremiah to prophesy to the people. Okay, so the people listened. I'm going to verse 7. All right, but when Jeremiah had finished, this is verse 8, saying everything the Lord had told him to say, the priest and the prophets and all the people of the temple mobbed him, kill him. And I'm in the NLT. So he pretty much gave the word of the Lord, which was not good tidings. It was, if you don't turn from your ways, I'm going to kill you. You are going to fall by the sword. Your mothers will wail. You'll lose your children. You'll lose everything. All right. And that's not what people wanted to hear. Prophesy unto us smooth things, right? Okay. So they shouted, what right do you have to prophesy in the Lord's name that this temple will be destroyed like Shiloh? What do you mean, saying that Jerusalem will be destroyed and left with no inhabitants? And all the people threatened him as he stood in front of the temple. Where the officials of Judah heard what was happening, they rushed over from the palace, sat down at the new gate of the temple to hold court. So immediately they was like, all right, we're going to put this in. We putting him on trial, right? Look at this, moving on down right here. This man should die, they said. You have heard with your own ears what a traitor he is. So he was pretty much, they thinking that he's speaking treason. But these are the words of the Lord. And our people, they're so proud, especially our people who are still in Christianity. They are proud in their ignorance. They're arrogant and ignorant at the same time. It's disgusting. And you can kind of see that likeness here, except they aren't in Christianity. They are boasting in their temple and boasting in the things that they do outwardly, but they continuously commit sin on top of sin. It's iniquity. All right. Let's see. I'm going to scroll down. Okay, so 13, it says, but if you stop your sinning and begin to obey Yahweh your power, he will change his mind about this disaster that he has announced against you. So there's the Lord extending his mercy, right? And they're still ready to put this man to death. Okay, and Jeremiah says that you'll be killing an innocent man. And then some of them come to their senses. But you can read this on your own. But basically, I just wanted to get that to show, just to show you that don't be surprised when the time comes, right? And your people turn on you, that you have to be ready for that possibility. That's what comes with the great trouble. So I'm going to get a couple precepts and that'll be it. So we'll get this too, all right? Behold, the Lord's hand is not shortened, that it cannot save, neither his ear, that it cannot hear. But your iniquities have separated between you and your God, and your sin has hid his face from you, that he will not hear. So we ought to be seeking him early, because you see, if you sin and you constantly live the way you want to live and feed your own belly, when the time comes where you're going to want to call on him, he's not going to hear you. And woe unto you in that day. All right. There's another one I want to get here. Here we go. 15. Yea, truth faileth, and he that departeth from evil maketh himself a prey, and that is us. And the Lord saw it, and it displeased him that there was no judgment. Okay, so let's get that. Let's read it in the NLT. Oh, too far. Where am I? Goodness. 59. We'll go to 15. Okay, the Lord looked and was displeased to find there was no... 15. Yea, truth is gone. Oh, yes, truth is gone, and anyone who renounces evil is attacked. So that's the point that I was making earlier, that once you turn around, when that spirit is given to you from Yahweh Bashem Yahushua from on high, you no longer have... Your light is different. Everyone else is in darkness. You're in the light, and you're going... What does light do? It stands out. Okay? And that's the point I'm trying to make, is that just expect somebody that's closest to you. And if it doesn't happen, call hello Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. But if it does, marvel not. And I just want to put that out there so, you're being made aware. Brothers can understand, and sisters, you can understand, like, what's coming. Right? And then we'll get one more on that, and still on that same note. Because they all are citizens of Babylon. You have come out of her. All right? So it's verse 17. For 1 hour so great riches has come to naught, and every shipmaster and all his company and ships and sailors, as many as trade by sea, stood afar off. Verse 18. And cried when they saw the smoke of her burning, saying, Wait, hold on. Dang it. I'm too far. It's 4, not 9. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues. So all these others who are in darkness, who are devout and loyal and loving citizens of Babylon because they love to be in their filth, they're going to partake later. So you'll be mourning now, but they'll be mourning later when it counts. Right? Because remember, we're going to be eating in the time of famine and drinking, and we're going to laugh at the calamity, given that spirit that Yahweh gives us, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua gives us. Wait, let's get one. Let's get one more. Matthew. I believe we're going to 35. Boom. Okay. Yeah. And along with that, think not that I am come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword. For I am come to set man at variance against his father, and the daughter against her mother, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law, and a man's foe shall be they of his own household. So there's that split. It has to come. If you're lucky enough to where your own household, it ain't it, and it's just somebody, your cousin or that you was dealing with, cool, whatever. But the point is, division is coming, and you have to watch out for people who are talking about peace and love and everybody join together. That's not what Yahweh Bashem Yahushua said. That makes that person an anti-Hamashiach or an antichrist, as the Christians would say it. But they think that there's just one big antichrist coming. Anybody who goes against this word is an antichrist, so to speak. I just don't like saying that word Christ. So we'll get one more. Ecclesiastes. Why am I keep going out of it? Boom, right here. I'm going to leave you with this. Some of us who are young, some of us who are just young in the faith, whatever it may be. Remember now thy Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. So the evil days are here, but the doors of mercy are still open. But you don't want to wait till it's too late. Because once Yahweh Bashem Yahushua stops his ears from hearing prayers for folks who waited just too late, they didn't believe while they had their freedoms, their so-called freedoms. They wanted to do what they wanted to do. And then when they start to see shit get real, they're like, oh Lord. And they calling you. What was the name? Yahweh, what'd you say his name? Yahweh, what? And you're like, it's Yahweh Shai. Oh, okay. Then they're going to be wanting to call on them, but it's too late. And that's the thing. You don't want it to be too late. Get right now. Repent now. Work out your salvation with fear and trembling now, so that he will have mercy on you when the time of trouble comes. Because if your faith is intact, you know that it's coming. It's easing in right now, but when it hits, it's going to hit hard. And we're going to lose some things, and that has to be okay, because we're not going to lose what counts the most, and that is what you stored up spiritually. And you have to believe that. You have to think on that. You have to stay strong in that. All right? So with that being said, shalom.